Recording
So,
is live.
first things first, in every, like, you guys know how turns work. I don't need to explain that, do I?
No?
It works just like Pathfinder and 5e and the other D20 system.
It actually works slightly different from Pathfinder, because in a normal Pathfinder turn, you get an unlimited of free actions, but there are no free actions in Starfinder. In every turn, you get a move action, a standard action, and a swift action. Swift action, would, for example, would be something like switching hands to do something. Like
Okay, so it's just like 5e without free action.
Yeah. You can. I generally rule is you can sacrifice a standard action for a move action, because you usually can do less with a move action and it's fine. So if you want to move twice in a turn, but not like actively use the run action, which is a full round action, then you can do that. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'll have everyone go ahead and roll initiative.
Alright, so is there a thing that we will just click to roll?
Yeah, it's on the character sheet.
So why are we rolling hundreds for initiative?
Don't question it.
It's the way Roll20 does its thing. It's supposed to be for tiebreakers.
Yeah, it
actually
prevents a tie from ever
something.
happening.
Oh, whoops, I forgot to select a token. Whoops.
Well, we're not really rolling initiative for any reason other than to demonstrate right now, right?
Yeah. I think.
I mean, we are actually rolling initiative for an actual thing, like the initiative is happening. Because combat is going to be happening, as we're going to be explaining.
Ooh. Is it a problem I didn't select a token before I clicked initiative? Is it a problem?
No, not at all, because I write it on a separate... I don't use Roll20 to do it, I just roll the thing. I put it all on the list and I order it. I do it manually. Okay, so as you see, I posted the turn order there. Camo, Billy Mays, Solomon, the Goons, Magnus, and Red. To be clear, those are... Everyone has their tokens, right?
Yeah.
You can take Guy Fieri out of the mix for now. So, one thing that's important to note is cover. As you may see that thing that says tall in front of you, consider that to be a very tall, like ceiling to floor, slightly thicker wall. So you're gonna... Even the talls can hide behind that for cover. You see the little ribbings in the sides of the walls. Only the smalls can hide between those. The talls don't fit. Yeah, and Billy Mays is ominously hovering and T-posing in the center. As that goes without saying. So, Chemo, it's your turn first.
Okay. A square is 5.
Square is 5 feet unless I say otherwise.
Yeah.
On some maps, I might actually make it 10 feet because it might be a big map and there's going to be a lot of talls and very few smalls. So just keep that in mind. But I will make it very clear if it's not 5 feet. 5 feet is the standard.
Where the fuck did the ruler go?
There it is.
Okay, how did you do that?
On the side of your screen, there should be like a ribbed line through a circle. There's a bar on the
Okay.
left.
No snapping?
Yeah.
You can
Snap
right-click to
corner?
snap.
Okay. I don't have right click.
Oh. Oh.
There you go.
Okay, so I'm gonna move right there.
So if you
do
stay there,
you-
you have what's considered called total concealment, which is nobody over there can hit you because if I were to draw a straight line from them to you, there's a wall in the way. However, if you were to pop out to shoot, then you'd only have then you'd have you'd have total cover. Now you'd have concealment, so there's a 50% chance they'll miss you even if they hit your armor class. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I got you. So these dudes over here on the right, they are goons, correct?
You're talking about the Sauce Man and Robbie Rotten?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, those are goons. But there is right there a door that's locked, and the blue square is a computer console.
All right. Just to check my
You do
sheet.
not know those characters are there, and there's a reason for that I will explain in a bit.
Very true.
You do see
Okay.
that door there, though. So you see that there's a door there, and it should be, and you don't know if it's locked unless you succeed a computer check.
Yeah, and my computer's at a -1, so.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, by the way, a homebrew that I think most people use, and I generally use, and I want to make sure everyone here is okay with. I don't universally say a nat 1 is a fail and a nat 20 is a success, but I kind of play it by ear and generally go with something along those lines. Particularly with computers, which can get very high DCs. You do not automatically succeed a computer's check if it's a D20 or a natural 20. At who?
I barricade.
Billy Mays.
Well,
Rules. You actually can't roll a full attack right now, I don't think, but you can roll the first attack. So the first one rolled an 11. That misses. And what that specifically does is it is absorbed into the dark horror that surrounds the man. It's absorbed. Imagine shooting at a black hole. That's what happened. Oh, and don't keep track of your ammo for this encounter. Normally you'd have to, but not for this encounter. So unless you want to use a swift action for anything, that's your turn.
What can I use swift actions for?
Think of it as anything that's approximately the same amount of time as switching your hands on your rifle or reaching into your pack if you have something specifically that's in a quick-to-reach spot. Like if you have a grenade belt, reaching for grenades is swift action. But if it's in your pack, reaching for it is a full action. I might have to double-check on that one specific example, but you get what I mean, right?
Yeah, I got.
So normally you don't always use a swift action, and that's fine. So unless you have anything specific to do, it's Billy May's turn. Billy Mace, for his turn, is going to continue to hover ominously. Now it is Solomon's turn.
Am I outside? Why am I out here?
Oh, you weren't the token with the... Were you the Guy Fieri token? My bad.
Yeah, I'm Guy Fieri.
I thought you were the guy with the binoculars. There you go. Now you're inside.
You made me Guy Fieri, and I am definitely keeping that. Okay?
Okay, you can stay Guy Fieri. He's one of my favorite generic tokens. 100% going to be using more Billy Mace, though. He's just a delight.
So, we can't see beyond Billy Mays, or...
That big black thing there, that's a big pit.
Okay.
Falling in there is ouchie. But you can see there is 3 very generic goons of each species that I'm going to be using for demonstrations in a bit. If you were to be there, you would have cover from everybody except the Durarizan, who actually has a line of sight onto that spot.
Yeah, but then he'd have to shoot past Billy Mays, so... And I think Billy Mays would be a much, much more obvious target than Guy Fieri.
The goons are on the side of Billy Mays. They will not be attacking Billy Mays.
I know, but he still has to shoot past him.
That's true.
Do not risk the Billy Mays.
Audio protector too. I'll see how that works later.
Okay, my cat is harassing me because I haven't fed her for supper yet. I will be back in like just a shake.
All I really can do is shoot at Billy Mays. So suppose since that is all I can do, that is what I will do.
Now, of course, her food dish had food in it. I just had to shake it because there was this tiny part of the dish where you could see the bottom, and God forbid that happens.
Yes, that is always how cats work.
Anyway, that 15 was you shooting at Billy Mays?
Yes.
Sadly, that is not enough against Billy Mays.
I mean, it's pretty much just it's non-lethal. So, I mean, falling into a pit would be lethal, but we'll chalk that up to circumstances.
So now it is time for the goons to go. Our first goon, the Derowers police boy, is going to attempt to jump over the pit. That is an acrobatics check. I'm double checking the exact DCs for just a moment. I apologize. Actually, an athletics, not an acrobatics. My bad. He will be doing this as a full round action because he has to back up enough to get a running start.
Boing. Yeah. Or boing.
And he promptly jumps straight into the fucking hole.
Donk.
Taking 2 damage. Bonk! The Karnakian is going to try the same shtick, except they're going to use more of a running start. Alright, they're a Karnakian. They don't need to take a running start. They can just fucking leap. And into the hole he goes! The Karnakian is unconscious.
This is what happens when you hire like low-rate goons, isn't it?
Worry, Billy Mace has an unlimited supply of goons for the purposes of teaching. Now, the Drogassian is going to fire upon
But
Solomon.
wait, there's more.
Not only does this critical... See, they got a natural 1. I like to be creative with my natural 1s and my natural 20s. At least when it's possible and reasonable to do so. You know what happens to that nat 1? Not only does that confirm and miss, their gun just jammed.
Eh?
They still have a move action, so they're going to move into a place where they have something resembling cover. Now it is Magnus's turn.
Hey.
Those are some top-rate goons. Good job, Billy Mays.
I'm gonna move all the way over here.
Themselves unconscious.
There's like
And jamming their gun.
over there. That
Are
here.
you going to attempt to hack the security systems to unlock that door?
No. I'm gonna sit here.
Now, from that point, you can't actually shoot any of the guys in the hole. It's worth, except for Billy Mays, who's above the hole. But the angle for you cannot shoot that door hours in. It's too deep of a
Is
hole.
there any other capabilities of the terminal here? Other than opening the door?
Normally, there would be. You'd have to like kind of network into the thing, but for this specific encounter, there aren't.
Okay, so I'll just sit here then.
All right, Red, it's your turn then.
Sorry, somebody was trying to talk to me. Let's see. I simply move here. I know I can't reach him in the hole, but my freaking weapon can.
Yep.
The Karnakian is already dead, so shoot the doggo. No, it's not full attack. Damn.
Fleet already adds crits to it too. He just took 5 damage. He's dead now.
He's unconscious.
I hope he's not dead. It's non-lethal.
And he's unconscious.
I
They
get
call
what you
it
mean.
sub-lethal for a reason.
And that's my turn.
Hey, Camo, it's your turn.
Sorry, hold just one.
So that was a full attack, correct?
Yes.
Against Billy Mays.
Yes.
Neither of those hit. But let's pretend one of them did hit. And Billy Mays took 2 damage from the piercing.
Don't
This-
patronize me.
And I'm picturing it, moving the thing along so I can teach you how stuff works. Billy Mays' eyes start to glow now because you have managed to harm his perfect form. And since that was a full round action, now it is Billy Mays here. First he says, "But wait, there's more!" and summons more goons. By summons, I mean they literally just walk in through the door. Then he summons it, and the entire room, or then he shoots the lights with his eyes, and all of the lights go dark. It is now pitch black. Everybody has a 50% miss attack. Is treated as having full concealment against everybody else. There is one exception to this. The Karnakians and the Jornassians have the ability to see where things are. Karnakians can see the souls of the individuals who are still awake, or I guess alive, and the Jornassians just straight up have dark vision, so they're not affected. So Tior, you can still see where everybody is, but you still have a 50% miss chance. Does that make sense? Did that make sense to everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's pitch dark.
Makes sense.
Karnakians can't see anything, like you'll stub your toe, but like you can tell where people are, and the Jornassian is just straight up fine. Magnus, obviously the computer light gives you some degree of things, so you can kind of see from the computer light, and you can still use that just fine.
Yeah.
So that's Billy Mays' turn.
Imagine this hyper-futuristic world and the computer screens aren't backlit.
It is Solomon's turn.
How long does it take to cast
I'm going to...
Supercharged weapon. One stand action. Okay.
Actually, yeah, that works. I'm going to cast, dancing lights over here.
So that you can see the enemies, correct?
Yes.
Does it say how many you summon?
I can summon up to 4, so yeah, I probably do the full 4.
Does that work?
Yeah.
Okay, so now they're in what's considered dim lights. So if you were to fire upon any of those 3, they will have 20% miss chance. It's still dark, but you can see them. There's flickering lights or whatever, right? Unless I misunderstood how the actual spell works, in which case it might actually be proper. We'll look at up that later. We'll say 20% now to speed things along.
Yeah.
Do you still have a move action? Do you want to use it?
No, I don't think so. No.
Okay then. Now, normally it's the goon's turn. Normally, I'd have to just keep rolling into the Karnak until one of them actually got across. But I'm just going to say the Karnakian does actually manage to jump.
You don't trust him to do it on his own.
I don't trust these guys to actually make it across the thing properly. So just the Karnakian makes the jump across.
Unlike his
He's
brother.
actually going to go attack Solomon. So he's going to be moving out of Tiord's range. So if Tiord has a melee attack that he can use, he gets a free attack of opportunity.
Bet I have a melee attack.
Claws, I'm guessing. That absolutely hits, but that does not that doesn't like end them immediately there. That really hurts. It gave him a nice solid new pretty red I guess they're not red, it's purple. Pretty purple stripe in their new feathers. And now they are going to make an attack against Solomon. Now, does that hit your armor class?
No.
Well, let's pretend that it had, because we have to move things along. Now you get the concealment chance, because although they know where you are, it's still dark. And that would have hit. I'm not going to make you take damage, but if this had been a hit, above 50 counts, so that would have hit you and you would have taken some damage. I'm actually going to make the Durarzen roll, otherwise they're going to fall. There we go, now they're going to immediately attack Tiord. That beat your kinetic armor class.
Yes.
Now I'll roll for the concealment.
Wait, I have to roll for concealment for any attack? Oh, you were the one rolling. Alright, just double check.
That did in fact hit you. Let me double check with the Durarzen melee attack.
Dranusian is the smart one.
You take 8 damage because he bites you.
Ow. Yeah, that goes right through my stamina points and starting to get into my HP. I'm definitely bleeding.
Monch. The
And
Jornassian
also
is
Kron.
Monch and Crunch, indeed. The Jornassian is also going to fire at you. Does that beat your energy armor class?
No, actually, my energy armor class is
30?
13.
Oh, okay. He's like, what the fuck did you do to get 30 already?
Tall science.
I mean, yeah, but he doesn't have access to it. It's expensive. Anyway. Yep, so that's it for the goon's turn. It is now Magnus's turn. Cat, get the hell out of... Okay, fine, whatever. He's sitting in my lap in a way that is not distracting or a problem.
Okay. I'm going to cast Supercharged Weapon on my semi-auto pistol.
Alrighty. Doesn't... Now, if you were... Now, let's pretend that the Durarizon was threatening you for a second.
Yeah.
And you're in his range for melee. For that, you would have had to roll a caster check.
Yeah.
And if you had failed, which is, I believe the DC is 15 plus twice the spell level. No, 15 plus the spell level, I think it is.
Yeah.
So you would have had to roll a 16. He would have gotten an attack of opportunity against you. But that's not... So yeah, you have supercharged your weapon. Are you going to take a move action?
No. Can I attack? Can I?
No, you can't, because you've already used your standard action.
Okay, so I'm just going to sit here with a Supercharged Weapon then.
Next turn you can fire it, obviously. It'll be supercharged. Now it is Tiord's turn.
Well, I'm right next to him, so I might as well do a full attack.
Slashy, slashy.
Yep.
Neither of those hit.
Ooh.
And that would end my turn.
It is now Chemo's turn.
Oh no.
Did you look away from the screen for a second?
No. Just in general. This bird right directly under me is a friendly bird, right?
Tiord is your friend.
In quotation marks. Okay. Gonna move right here.
Alright.
And you guys can see my ruler when I make my ruler, right?
Yeah.
I see your ruler.
So I am going to be shooting the flame pistol along this
Into the pit?
into these two enemies.
Ones that are already unconscious. Aloud, I'm just making sure you're aware of that.
Oh, they're unconscious?
Yeah, did you see the skulls by their, in the corners?
No.
Yeah, sorry. I will put skulls in the...
Oh, those little. Oh, okay, those little tiny things. Okay.
Yeah.
In that case,
Yeah.
and I am going to attack this Karnak right here.
Now, this is allowed, but it's important to note for the future, and we're going to go through this just as if you had known this. If you attack someone in melee with a ranged weapon, and you're in their melee range, they get an attack of opportunity against you.
And then the Fire Nation attacked.
That's almost exactly what's happening, too.
Yee.
Oh, hey, the horse is here.
It's grim.
Indeed.
Indeed. Yeah, so roll your attack, but they will get an attack of opportunity if you haven't killed them.
If I shoot along this line, will it hit the Doro? Well, I mean, will it hit them both, or no?
It's a cone attack, right?
It is a straight line.
Then no.
What? That is a very accurate fire.
High pressure propellant. High pressure. It's like a flame.
It's an anti flamethrower. No, wait. Fire extinguisher. Fuck. Chicken wings. Shoot. Go.
Make Kentucky Fried Chicken with a Karnakian. Let's go.
Now, a flamer pistol.
Also,
That was not a full attack. You only get one attack since it was the flamer pistol. But that also missed.
okay.
You've not been rolling really good well this day. That sucks. Well, they get an attack of opportunity against you now, against your kinetic armor class.
Out of curiosity, why can I not use it as a full attack?
Because you had moved beforehand. You can only do a full attack if you don't move.
Oh, okay.
Does 10 beat your kinetic armor class?
No, it doesn't.
In that case, it's just straight up a miss. It is now Billy May's turn once more. He corrects the lights so you can see, but he also fills the room with mist. This has a different effect than darkness, except for the humans. For the humans, it's still 50% chance miss. However, the Karnakian soul sight doesn't work in mist. However, the Jornassian heat sense does. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes.
Sure.
Nobody knows where anybody is now, so you're basically guessing where everybody is, except for that one Jornassian goon down there. He knows where everybody is, although he still gets the miss chance.
I mean, he can't see me or Francis but from the Karnakian here.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, mist is the heat vision isn't really vision. It's just close to vision adjacent. Anyway, yeah. So everybody has the miss chance, but now you don't know where anybody is. You're guessing. Solomon's turn.
Well, I'm kind of wedged into the wall here.
So, Tiny, would you like me to give you a link so you could actually watch the screen or no? Sorry, continue.
Of course.
I'm going to take a selection to shoot at the Karnakian.
Okay. Much like Francis did, you will be getting an attack of opportunity against you once this is done.
He's bullying me, and I would like him to stop.
Say the 12 hit, just because, and you do 1 energy damage, which is actually not enough to knock them out. They're just barely hanging on, but they got shot. This one goon is a trooper. Probably because I gifted him with the ability to jump over without rolling. So you used a full round to attack. That's the goon's turn now. The Karnakian is going to be a pussy and try to run. Do Francis or Solomon have a melee attack?
I do not.
Francis?
I do not.
You don't get attacks of opportunity, and they're going to jump, except this time I'm actually going to make them roll for it.
Oh no.
And getting off back into the pit. bite at Tjord again.
These birds really fly.
Does that hit Tjord?
Yeah, I'm pretty damn sure that hit. Yes, it hit.
You take 8 damage.
I'm still up, but barely.
Biggest Oofus. The Journasian's gonna shoot at you too, just because they're a dick. I forgot to roll concealment, so you actually might not have taken that damage. 1 second.
Ba-da-bum-bum-bum-bum.
No, you took the damage. I'm guessing an 8 does not beat your energy armor class.
Nope.
So yeah, the Jarnasian misses. It is now Magnus's turn.
Do I recall the general area of Billy Mays?
Yeah, you have a general idea of where he is.
I'm gonna shoot in that general direction of where he was floating. How do I?
Now, he's giving off a bit of a light, so you can pretty easily tell where he is.
Okay, so just hit the attacks.
Yep. And for supercharge, keep in mind if you do a full attack, only the first attack will be supercharged. The second will be a regular attack.
So if I full attack, it will be what?
If you full attack, it'll be supercharged, regular. Rather than supercharged. You only get the one supercharge.
Okay.
So.
So I'm gonna do it as not a full attack, but it's gonna be supercharged, right?
If you do a full attack, the first you'll get 2 attacks. The first will be supercharged. The second will be regular. If
Okay.
you do one regular attack, that regular attack will be supercharged.
Okay, so I'll do this as a full attack, and then put a 2d6 on that.
Honestly, they both miss. So.
Okay.
You guys are rolling really poor today.
I'm just gonna sit here in this corner.
So are the goons, though. The goons aren't doing great.
Yeah, that ends my turn.
It is now Tjord's turn.
So there's a mist. I knew that he was there, so I'm going to swipe at him again.
Full attack?
Might as well. And then I'll have to.
Hits and puts him down.
But it's still misty, so I have to roll mischance.
Very good. I had forgotten about that already. That was mostly just to demonstrate how senses work. Yeah, that hits.
And now we're down to the lone Jarnesian again.
It is Chemo's turn.
Oh no, am I still blind?
Everybody is still blind, yeah, but don't worry. On Billy's Maze next turn, he's gonna fix that. The blind thing was mostly to explain how senses work, so.
Ha 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 ha. Now I'm gonna miss 2 people at once.
The Karnakian is actually at the bottom of the pit, and the other guy's above. You can actually still only hit one of those guys. Or you
Doesn't
can
matter.
hit the Karnakians that are in the pit.
I'm firing at Billy Mays.
That'll also only hit one person, but that also doesn't hit. It's an 11. It's now Billy May's turn. To show you the leak stopping power of Flex Seal, I sawed this Karnakian in half. This is to demonstrate how things work, so don't don't actually, I'm not going to roll anything, but Tiord, you are now at 0 HP.
Fuck.
Don't worry, this is fine. He saws you in half. So you are now you basically have to do one of two things. Either spend an amount of resolve points to stabilize automatically, which will just, you'll be out of the fight, but you're not dying. Or you can risk it and roll fort save.
I'd rather spend the points.
Okay. So it is half of your total resolve points, minimum 1, maximum 3. So what's your resolve points?
I have 4 total, so it would be 2.
So yeah, you can spend 2 resolve points to stabilize.
It's done.
Okay, so yeah, Tiord is now incapacitated for the because Billy Mays sawed him in half with a chainsaw. That's a lot of damage. It is now Solomon's turn. Yeah, before he did that, he fixed the mist. It's like everything's visible again. It's all normal.
So I'm going to move to here and shoot at Billy Mays. And
roll it.
May the gods forgive me for doing so.
It's fine. You're Guy Fieri, an equal. I'm going to pretend that hit. That doesn't, though. Mostly so I have an excuse for Billy Mays to leave soon. The Jornassian is going to fire at Francis. I am going to guess a 21 hits your energy armor class. Kimasabe?
Oh, yes, what?
Does 21 hit your energy armor class? I'm guessing it does.
Holy shit, yes.
You take 4 non-lethal damage because you just got hit by a freaking energy blast. Oh, wait, hold on. No, yeah, never mind. No concealment right now. Yeah, 4 damage. Magnus's turn.
Hey, I'm gonna attack Billy Mays here with the knife. Did that work? No, it didn't. Oh, there it is. As a full attack.
None of you guys can seem to roll anything higher than like a 12. Come on, man. Billy Mays is not affected.
Welcome to Roll20.
It is now Red's turn, but it would be if they weren't unconscious.
At least I have jerky.
As opposed to the last session, last week, when I couldn't stop getting crits.
It's Kemosabe's turn again. Kimo! Ah, okay.
I'm here. I'm typing my free action speech.
Yeah, you do get a free action to talk. You gonna set Billy Mays on fire, I'm guessing?
He's too far away.
I mean, he can walk the 10
This is actually good to look up. Walking over top of that Durarzen is actually what's called difficult terrain, and you have to spend. You either have to roll an acrobatics check or an acrobatics check to not fall over, or you just move at half speed across that tile.
Doesn't matter.
I mean, sometimes if you gotta go fast, but there's difficult terrain, it's worth rolling it. Otherwise, Are you going to try to fire at him? Get closer?
Already did with my main weapon, and it was an 8 and a 6.
I think he was too far.
No, I'm within range.
Oh, okay. I don't remember where I got that from. Oh, yeah, you miss. Billy Mays here. He's leaving.
Billy Mays not here.
Billy Mays floats out of the door really fast and tells his goons to just hold you off for a bit. Because after this, we're going to go through a chase so I can explain chase rules. Or actually, we can skip the chase rules if you want and get straight into the actual game.
I mean, I've never done chases before.
Yeah, there's a chase thing coming up soon anyway in the game, so we'll just skip the chase sequence. Billy Mace has escaped forever. Solomon, your turn. Or do you guys get it now?
Yeah.
Do you guys want to just move along, or do you want to just finish this?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good.
I think it would be easier for me to set up a webcam and roll actual details.
I wouldn't allow that because it's easier for me to see the stuff on Roll20, to be completely honest with you. Anyway, so in that case, we will get right into the actual campaign. Give me a second to pull up the notes on that.
Karnak,
Also,
yes.
did we lost the horse?
Yes. The horse is no longer with us.
Take old F.
Standing off in the distance, staring menacingly.
I know we don't have any straight up healers, but do we have anyone who knows medicine at all?
And I have life science.
Technically, if you're dead, you're no longer sick.
Well, you're not wrong.
And my guy was a street magician. How would he know medicine?
Reasons.
You know what'll make you feel better? A paleta.
You'll get it at a discount price, so you have to pay full price.
I just take however much I want to charge them out of their pockets while they're unconscious.
As we can see, the Karnakian goons are very foolish.
Yeah, I just jumped into those holes. That was kind of funny.
You don't need to add adjectives, just Karnakians are foolish.
One of them just, like, didn't jump and just, like, fell over. Another one just walked into the pit. The Durarzan just, like, ran and leaped, but not enough, and just smacked the other end of the cavern. Pit, hole, whatnot. Jonason's like, yeah, I'm good. I'm better than that.
Oh, hey, a hole! I wonder what's down there!
And the one Karnakian, he just kind of floated across on a string and then got shot up in the hole.
They got across, and afterwards, like, hey, there's a hole. What's in here?
Wonk.
Billy Mays needs to hire better
There's a
Karnakians.
hole here.
Better get anything other than Karnaki. Anyway, so you
Recording?
guys all recall what you're set up in the little group as. You got 2 mechanics, you got 1 guard who is a human, and we have 1 person who is totally just an assistant cameraman, right?
Yes.
I want everybody to roll a knowledge local.
How do I do that? How do I do that?
Right? I just realized that's Pathfinder. I'm an idiot. 1 second. Roll a culture roll.
There we go. Oh, wait, whoops.
None of you are aware, except for Red for obvious reasons, about the whole secrets, like the secret government thing. None of you have heard rumors. None of you know about them. So you are all called into the head of security of your guys' outfit, a Durarzan woman whose name I'm not even going to pretend to try to pronounce. Her office is kind of in the middle of the main ship. It's like in a weird spot that you wouldn't expect to find someone high ranking's office. It looks like it's kind of built underneath the radiator. It's just a weird spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the sort of place you don't put an office unless you like. You don't go there unless you're going there specifically. Kemosabe has been there before. Kemosabe, do you have any questions regarding your boss?
Why have I been here?
You've been to this specific office because this is your actual boss. She's the one who tells you what you're doing and what for the day and all that good jazz.
Oh, okay.
Like you've been here before.
So, she's probably told me not to before, but I pushed my Paletta card all the way into her office. I sell one to her secretary on the way in, or I attempt to.
She actually doesn't have a secretary. She's like under the boiler room is a good way to describe where her office is.
Cry. I sell one to the janitor as we walk.
Mm. No one actually roll your profession check, I guess.
Oh, I was just being a smartass, but
Money-making opportunities are to be
People in
had.
the area know about your palentas. Not everyone's in the mood for them all the time. You know what I mean? You want to sell one, you have to. Yep, you managed to sell one.
that
You sold a polenta. Good job. It gives you a dirty look, but like it's also like this is not the time for. The look says this is not the time for this conversation. We're going to have this conversation again, you little shit.
I'm trying to go on a diet, damn it. I know it's just fruit and a popsicle, but
how much money do I get?
I'm not going to. I'll divide it later, but I think it's 1.5 credits.
Yay, I have 6.5 credits now.
Good job. The plain white doors of the office open and reveal a stark, dimly lit room. The chamber isn't bleak and expressionless in its emptiness. No vanities line its smooth black walls. No signs of use mark smooth black furniture. The only occupant of this suite is a large Durarzan ringing a blue... Only occupant of this suite, aside from the Durarzan, is a bug-eyed tadpole thing wriggling in a little aquarium. She has a pet, apparently. There are a series of multi-species, very utilitarian chairs, and she gestures for all 4 of you to sit down. Does everybody sit down, or what are you going to do?
I sit down on the leftmost chair.
I'm not making a map because this isn't really a combat encounter. So.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit down and stare at the tadpole thing.
That's
Sit down.
understandable. What about our resident Karnakian? What are you doing?
I already said I sit down.
Oh, I missed that.
There's something wrong
He
with
says,
my mic.
so after you've all sat down or done whatever it is you're going to do, and she gave, Kemosabe or Francis a look, she says, we have a bit of a minor situation that needs resolution. One of our members, a Jornassian woman, had a rather bit of a public alteration with a junk racer, as they're called. All of you roll a culture check for this, because you're on a planet.
Did this apply my ace pilot bonus? Because it has to do with vehicles.
It actually does, yeah.
You
Wait.
said culture?
A culture check to know what she's talking about when she says junk racers. So Red knows instantly. Maybe you're a fan, maybe you whatever did your research on it, but whatever. On this planet, one of the biggest pastimes is collecting junk from crashed starships, which are crashed here on purpose, and building a racer and just going fucking hog on it. Imagine pod racing, except you make it from scraps.
Pod racing.
So pod racing?
It's pod racing, yes. It's a hugely popular thing on this planet because, like, one of the main economic drives of this planet is they crash old ships onto this one part of the continent, like on this one continent that's just a complete wreck, and they salvage and put it together for good use. You know, recycling, basically. It's a recycling planet. So they made a hobby of it. Do you want to share any of that information, or do you want to let the Durars and Lady keep talking?
I want to listen more.
I briefly explain what you said and let her continue.
So one of our Jornasian camera women / interviewers was interviewing a human who goes by Ratrod. He's popular right now. He's doing really well. But she wouldn't exactly tell me what it is she did to get in trouble. So that's why I'm sending you, Chemo. Or that's why I'm sending you, Francis. I have requested from your guys' boss, I forget her name, the two mechanics, and I was told to send an assistant cameraman, so you're going too. Any questions? You are not going to be killing anybody, not unless things are in serious predicament. She seemed to be physically fine. You're there as a precaution. Please do not shoot anybody if you can help it. I only said I wasn't gonna. I should really be typing this, shouldn't I?
Probably.
Yeah, it'll help keep it in order.
It'll also help you to transcribe this later, probably. Probably. Maybe.
I'll admit, well, it makes it certainly a lot easier to remember everything when everything's typed down. It's sure going to fuck with the recording.
Yeah, I will definitely. I'll try to type and speak what's going on. How about that?
Yeah.
Does that work for you?
Dun, 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 dun.
neither kill nor kill with finger quotes. She's supposed to be interviewing racers. Frankly, I don't have a clue what she seems so upset about, but it shouldn't be life-threatening. And if it was, I wouldn't have called in for mechanics and an assistant cameraman. I still don't know why they told me to send you along, but whatever, you're going. If you have no more questions, the shuttle should be waiting for you already.
Magnus gets up and nods. And walks somewhat slowly to the door. Slowly to the door.
Sullivan looks at the tadpole thing again, opens his mouth, closes it, and gets up to leave.
She's not going to explain that it's a pet tadpole thing. Just don't. It's flavor. Don't worry. Flavor text. Don't actually eat the tadpole, please.
I'm just going to point out, if we are recording this, then typing is kind of pointless.
Okay, do you guys want me to speak? Speaking is a little faster. Writing, it'll be easier to keep track of what was said without listening to me speaking again. Let's get a vote. What does everybody...
I prefer voice if no one's going to ask me to do an accent.
Yeah.
I'd say voice works more for role-playing type things, and people can just write it down if they need to.
Okay. Well, we got overwhelmingly voice chat, so I'll just stick with voice then. So when you get into the shuttle, you are first of all by one of the assistants each given a pass that says, yeah, we're part of the reporting crew, so it'll let you get past the thing, the ticket without any gates or any having to pay any subscriptions or any nonsense. The circuit itself is a large arena built around an absolute mountain of scrap. It looks like this used to be a collection of 3 separate large tugboats, or they're big ass ships, whatever these used to be. And it shouldn't be too hard to find who I'm going to call Laboni, but her actual name's Liz. Just don't even try to say it. It's your nasty word. So I'm calling her Laboni.
I am trying to sell paletas as we're walking around.
I assumed as such. Please roll a profession check. In fact, you get a +10 to this check. Don't actually add that, I'll add it afterwards. Because of how many people there are. You managed to sell out your entire Pelotero card. Pelotero? Popsicle.
Paleta.
You sell all your paletas.
The man who sells them is a paletero. The place that he sells them from is a paleteria.
Well, you sold all your popsicles. Good job.
How much money do I make?
You spent 10 gold on the popsicles that were initially minus, so that's 15 minus 1.5, which is 13.5. You made 13.5 credits. Good job.
I have 20 credits now.
Outstanding. So it doesn't take too long to find Laboni.
And a place to put bodies.
Not any tall bodies, but anyway, you find Laboni fairly easy. She's the tropical variation of a Jornassian. And you'd expect her to be in another group of racers interviewing people or something, but she's actually by herself in front of a cart. It's a hastily put together machine that looks like it's supposed to go fast. She's not looking super great. I mean, she's
La
nervous.
serpiente se...
She's physically fine.
La serpiente se ve sola. The snake looks lonely.
The snake looks.
Yeah, what is worth noting is that unlike her, all the other racing crews have several people working on the various pieces of junk they got that they're going to race with. She's not supposed to be racing, but it should be fairly obvious what's happened by this point.
Uh-oh.
The basis.
Wait, what?
So okay, I'll try explaining from the start again. So when you get to the tracks where normally the people aren't allowed, you find that there are several groups of crews salvaging through scrap and turning them into various machinery, to race. And you found your girl also in the scrap pile, and it looks like she's made a little thing of her own. She looks extremely nervous. If you guys want, you can roll a knowledge engineering check to get a general basis of the machinery. Like the quality.
Let me see.
I have no freaking clue.
Well, Solomon, you actually managed to roll high enough to know that it's not as good as everybody else's, but it will work. It won't blow up and kill anybody, but it's not a very good one. It's like bringing a regular car to a demolition derby is how I describe it.
She made her own paletta cart. She's going to edge in on my business.
Please do not shoot the Jernasian lady. Oh yeah, it's worth mentioning, there are the little buzzing orbs that count as the cameras buzzing all over, getting shots of everybody, including you guys as you walk in, but they're more focused on the various other groups. Are any of you going to try to talk to the snake lady?
3, 2, 1. Francis does.
You, Jeff. So I'm going to roll...
I'm sorry, guys. You guys waited too long.
I'm going to roll her a culture check to see if she recognizes you or not.
Would a Jarnassian have had any dogs in that fight?
Dog in what fight?
Well, I mean, she is a reporter, so I guess she would possibly know who I am.
Not everybody in this race. There's various talls and smalls involved in this shenanigans. This isn't any one group. Anyway, she rolled natural 20, so she actually has met you before, and she's low-key afraid of you.
Oh, so she knows?
She knows. She doesn't know the details, but she knows enough to be like, I don't like this guy. Hey, Francis, what are you doing here?
Okay, now we're here because she went quiet, right?
She didn't go quiet. She I need help, and I need to get to work right now. That was the basic gist of the message she sent. She seemed very specific about not giving details about what the hell happened, but she did specify she needs mechanics and she needs help now.
Hola, serpiente amigo. ¿Por qué asustaste al jefe? Hello, snake friend. Why did you scare the boss?
Well, I may have accidentally gotten myself involved in the race that I was supposed to be reporting on.
Oh.
How did you do that exactly?
Hallucination.
Eso es estúpido.
Please roll a diplomacy hallucination.
Five.
Oh, well, one thing led to another when I was interviewing the racers, and here I am. These things happen.
Yes, bad decisions happen a lot.
I guess you just had to be there. Look, I need help making this, otherwise we're going to embarrass everybody on our crew.
There's another human here with me, right?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
2 other humans.
Yeah. So he turns off his universal translator for just a second, turns to the other humans, and says, Los Xenos no son tan brillantes, eh? And then turns to trans.
Does anybody else speak Spanish, or did nobody understand what he said?
No,
No, I
Yeah.
speak human.
absolutely not.
Okay, so yeah, nobody understood what you said.
Perfect. That's for the best.
I heard Xenos in there, so whatever it is can't be good.
Oh, jeez.
Xenos aren't that smart, huh?
Magnus just goes, yeah. Mm,
Sí, pendejo, tu madre es cool.
yeah. Mm. Magnus,
I don't mean to interrupt your guys' conversation, but we are timed. I built a racer, because I used to do RC racing when I was a kid, and this is the best I was able to do.
can I do an engineering check on it?
Yeah. Okay. If you guys, it's actually the systems this first encounter, quote unquote, is actually designed around building and doing shenanigans with the racer to improve your chances. So there'd actually be several engineering checks over several periods instead of just one. What are you doing with your engineering check? Just to get a general idea of what you're looking at?
Yeah, what is this, a junker or is this something halfway decent?
I already took an engineering check and it looks solid.
It is surprisingly good for what you'd expect, but compared to the other races, it is garbage. Like, basically, she's going to a bunch of people who do this professionally. For an amateur, she did pretty fucking good, though.
Well, I'm looking at say, you did good, but compared to everyone else, not great.
Well, I know
while he's going over it, like when she says, "Hey, I don't want to interrupt you guys, but we're being timed." Francis's immediate response is, "Sí, vas a morir," which is, "Yes, you're going to die."
So she doesn't speak Spanish.
Oh no, but the translator is on, so she hears him say that, and then she hears the robot voice in her head say, "Yeah, you're gonna die," followed by hysterical laughter.
See, here's the thing: is I was smart. I looked up the rules. I don't actually have to drive. Is the best part. I just have to be in the machine, and maybe one of you guys. Did they send a pilot too?
Oh dear.
I have training, but only in the simulator. I have training.
Yeah, I'm good.
She hands you a remote that is clearly sized too big for you, but you could probably work with.
Okay.
Great. That means you
I
can
do
drive.
have training in driving.
Sorry,
I actually have drove before.
She quickly picks it up and gives it to Red instead.
Good choice.
Okay, so
when I looked at it, did I notice anything in particular, or was that just a general overview?
that was a general overview. I will give you the stats for your vehicle. Just 1 sec. I'll post them.
I would like to turn to the one human who didn't volunteer to drive the thing, and say, "Hey, I just made some money. 5 credits says that it exploded."
If you go see basic Junkrat, it has a speed of 40, which a full speed of 400 feet, energy armor class, attack energy. Oh yeah, weapons are allowed, but they're not lethal to the pilots themselves. There's weird rules on that situation. But attacking your fellow pilots is absolutely allowed. during the fight. If you attack them beforehand, that's highly illegal.
Oh no, he's betting that it's going to explode on its own without any outside influence.
Well, I was next going to post a list of some things you can do. One of them, if you may wish, is go look for legal and maybe less than legal betting pools.
Oh no, I mean with the party member.
That's also fine. That's up to them, but like that's one of the things you can go look for if you want during the time we have.
So looking for parts would be perception, right?
Actually, think of that. Everyone's going to get a total of 4 turns, and everyone's going to get to do one of us from a select group of things. Or if you can think of something specific, you can do that too. But basically, it's kind of you roll an engineering check to do the building, and then this looking for scraps is just assumed to be everyone else helping you do that. You know what I mean? Looking for scrap is free.
Is there? This is like a quasi state.
Quasi what?
Like quasi stadium, like racetracky kind.
Yeah, it's kind of a racetracky place. Think racetrack built in a desert.
Except it's like surrounded by junkyard like ships, probably, right?
Does the concession stand sell inebriating liquids?
There are concession stands for inebriating liquids, although the people who consume them are like relegated to a specific half. There's a kind of a drug, an inebriation free half zone and an inebriation pro half zone. Does that make sense? If you want to be a drunk rabble, you have to sit in these seats. If you specifically don't want that, sit in these seats.
Cerveza, per favor.
As a member of the crew, unfortunately, you are not allowed to drink.
I'm not planning on drinking.
Oh, I think I know what you're up to on your turn. Okay, so I'm going to post all the things that are like listed that you can do, and then we'll go through everybody's turns. Everyone's going to get 4. Tell me when everyone's given those a read, and then we'll go through turns.
Perfect.
Keep in mind with the sabotage the other racers that you are on camera a lot of the time, so like if you get caught, you could get in a lot of trouble. But it is an option you can get.
Sabotaging the other racers would be unwise and also wrong. Of course, if either of you guys who are good at engineering would like me to help, I will totally.
Yeah, I've got an awesome engineering skill, so...
If you would like to cheat, you can tell me now before I go to the concession stand.
I'm guessing for your first turn, your first turn is going to be going to the concession stand to get some inebriating substances, correct?
As much as either will fit in my cart or I can afford, whichever one comes first.
I will say, are you going to buy cheap or good stuff?
Like middle of the road.
Okay. 10 credits, and you fill your cart.
Oh.
I am going to have to require you to roll a bluff check, because they'll be like, why is someone so small buying so much? Roll a bluff check.
does get the bonuses because I'm human, though.
That is still not enough, actually. So they don't let you buy as much as you want. So you can only spend about 5 credits worth. And your thing's not
Can I
finished.
go to another stall and try them?
I don't think
Roll a
so.
stealth check. Yep, you're good.
Okay, awesome.
So yeah, you spend 5 at this other place, and you fill it up with 10 credits worth of shenanigans. That is your turn, though.
I'm absolutely fine with that.
Hallucination, it is your turn.
I'm going to give the vehicle a +1 piloting. So these all actions we can take, or
Yeah, those are all actions that you can take. I was just copying that information down onto the actual stats of the thing.
So do I roll engineering, or
Yes. Either computers, engineering, perception, or physical science. That succeeds. The DC is like 16, so +1 to her piloting checks, correct?
yes?
Okay, now it is the other red's turn.
Ooh, that's a good point. I don't have any engineering, computer, or otherwise training, so that's not going to be that great. I could go and pester the other racers just to get them to be distracted enough, which I guess would be technically sabotage. But I think I would probably prefer just to, I don't know, practice.
Practice with the machinery. Okay. Roll a piloting check, and if you beat the DC, I'll give you another +1 to the piloting check, just to familiarity with the. Okay, I'm adding another +1 to all piloting checks for this thing, but you're not gonna be able to pull that again.
As long as the various checks are kept track of.
I'm keeping track of it. Don't worry. So you have got. So yeah, you are now fully versed in using this weird, half cobbled together remote control doohickey.
Yeah.
Hooray for practice! Good call though. Gaming Puncher, what are you gonna do?
I'm going to give the vehicle a +1 attack modifier.
Roll it.
And it's engineering, so. There we go.
That is the end of turn 1. You have 3 turns left.
And rolls were bad at first, but as soon as we start building a death car, it shoots up.
Okay, now it is Chemo's turn again. What kind of shenanigans are you going to do with your alcoholic beverages?
I would like to go to the drunk stands and start selling them for 50% profit.
You're going to have to roll stealth because that's illegal and you'll get in trouble. But other than that, sure.
What do you mean it's illegal? They're selling it at the cart!
Yeah, but you
They're
don't
selling it at the concession.
have
Stand.
a license, dude. You don't.
Space
It's not gonna be
licenses?
It's not going to be a very high check.
And again,
No,
bonuses to look
you understand.
harmless.
So you sell it at a 50% profit. Good job. That's your turn.
Awesome! I now have 25 credits.
I had a feeling you'd try something like this, and I'm very happy I was right. Hallucination, it's your turn.
I'm gonna attach an energy weapon onto the car.
That actually doesn't succeed. You fail.
Huh.
The other red, it is your turn.
Investigating the other racers would probably be the best option right now. Knowing who the hell would probably shoot the vehicle versus who I can probably expect to just run past would be a good idea. So what would that be?
Let me just quickly get the information on all the race. I'm going to say with the lead racers captains is kind of who you're talking to, because each crew has an entire crew. But I'll tell you about the main guys. You know what I mean at the race?
Yep. So what do I roll?
Actually, since all you're doing for the first time is you're just gathering information, like doing basic chatting with everybody, no rolls. Not for this one.
Okay.
To do something specific next turn, that'll be a specific roll. First, you got Lemgem. Is a blue Karnakian. She is obsessed with tinkering with things and trying to get her thing to go better. So she is a Karnakian who is a little kooky and really likes gizmos, and that's why she's here. Next is a heavily scarred Durarzan, who I'm calling Nizian, who's honestly it does not take. Actually, roll sense motive on her.
So
She flat out has a death wish. Her pack died. She's basically only doing this race so that she might die, but she doesn't really want to admit that she's suicidal. That could go wrong. Anyway, next is Orsis.
Sad pup.
He is a very sad pupper. It's also odder that she's even in the race. She's supposed to be reporting on the race, I'd like to point out, Solomon. She came here to film people, and now you're making part of a pit crew. This is probably why she asked for the mechanic. You could press her for further information on this if you want, with more diplomacy or intimidation checks. But first, we're going to finish Tjord's stuff. The next is a male Durarzan who is really well groomed. He's got a bunch of fancy stuff. He's wearing black and gold. He's looking, well, if you were a Durarzan, you realize he is looking fucking tight, bro. Even his junker, for a junker, looks really good. He is just pimped the hell out. He, as soon as you see him, asks you what you think of his rigs. Like his first question that when you talk to him, what do you think of my build?
astonishing.
You can actually roll a diplomacy check right here if you want.
Back. Oh, I actually rolled well.
Okay, he gives you some tips on the track, like because you get him all hyped up on his arrogance. You give him some tips, and he ends up giving you tips and tricks of the track that he's picked up. So you actually gain an additional +2 to your piloting. Don't worry, I'm keeping track of this.
Good, because I've long since lost track.
Next is a very pissed off looking human. So as soon as you go in, it's like, oh, are you the one that Jornassian chick roped into helping her?
Yeah.
Technically, I'm the cameraman.
Oh, that's weird. Well, I already did an interview earlier for the people at generic ass local news station. So, where are you from? Off-world?
Yeah.
Oh, well. I would love to do an interview with you, but right now I am busy because I had someone can tell me I don't know what I'm doing because I'm a human, so I'm going to get to it. I'm going to fuck them up.
Okay, have fun.
You don't... Do you need to roll a sense motive, or do you know what happened now?
Yeah, clearly something's up.
Do you want to roll a sense motive so I can tell you what's up?
Yes. That's the wrong button. There we go.
Yeah, apparently it's pretty obvious that the Jornassian insulted this guy somehow.
Yeah. Anyways.
One more, there's another Jornassian. They're nice and silver. They've got a lot of body modifications. That appears to be just a cultural thing. And they like bright colors.
So it's a shiny cyber snake.
Tiny cyber snake. It's also fairly obvious that they're actually not the very best of engineers. They're better. Talking with them, you get the gist that they're not the smartest when it comes to tech, but they're a really good pilot. And that's it for that turn. Do you have any questions regarding any of them?
Not offhand. I returned to my group.
So to summarize, you got a arrogant Durarzan man who's more caring about appearances. You have a Durarzan woman who has a death wish. You got a shiny snake who is a very good pilot, but kind of an idiot. You have a very cranky human who's trying to prove something. You have a Karnakian who's kind of crazy. Puncher's turn.
Yeah. Do I see red coming towards us? Back to us? Or is he already here?
Well, Kenneth, he was off doing this while you're doing your current turn.
Okay. So after I finish that, go back to the list. I'm going to... I'm just going to give it another +1 piloting modifier.
Another +1 to piloting. Okay. Roll it.
Okay. Where is it?
Success.
Yeah.
Just so you know, the total bonus to piloting, this is a +7 now, in addition to your normal modifiers. It is very good controls.
You want fly-by-wire? I can give you fly-by-wire.
Does it use tank control?
It uses whatever controls to your got to work.
It's just an N64 control.
Yeah, it's just a big N64 controller. It's now Chemo's turn again.
So, I see my buddy skulking around talking to the aliens. I would like to find out what he's gleaned.
Alright, so I'm guessing Tior just happily tells everybody what he's found out, correct?
Correct. Because otherwise I have to repeat everything you just said.
Yeah, okay. Do you want me to summarize, Chemo?
I was actually paying attention that time.
Alrighty then, so what are you going to do?
Are there like restrooms or heads or anything?
There are restrooms for every single type of species, yes.
Are there restrooms in the particular...
The pit? Yes, there are.
Like, does he... Okay. I would like... This is going to sound really creepy. I would like to hang out within eyeshot of the Door Horizons team. Their head.
Okay, there's two Durarzan team. There's the shiny boy, and then there's the girl who has a death wish.
Oh, I thought the shiny boy was a snake.
Oh, sorry. So there's two shiny... There's a shiny snake, there's an arrogant Durarzan, like black and gold, and then there's the girl who has the death wish. Which one?
Suicide Girl.
Okay, gotcha. They're hanging out in range of her bathroom to do... If you're talking right now, I don't hear you at all.
Do you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Observing nearby.
Are you looking for anything in particular, or?
Seeing if the driver goes in.
Well, let me roll.
What am I rolling?
I just rolled. If I rolled more than a 15, she went to the bathroom, and she did go to the bathroom at some point.
Okay. I don't know if I can do this on my turn or if I need to wait till my next turn. I would like to see if I can't grab like a hand jug of fuel and get in there.
Roll stealth. I'm not sure I like where this is going, but at the same time, this is going to be interesting at the very least.
Look, I don't
will
know that thing's
say,
gonna work.
if I feel like, in character, if he feels like the stealth roll
I
is
doubt
failing, he will abort because he's not stupid.
That's fair. That stealth check does work. Oh no. Is he going to set this girl on fire?
So is she in a stall?
She is in a stall, but she does smell you. She does know you're in here. Well, she said, who the hell's Tiny Chopper's bathroom's a different room?
See,
Doesn't matter how you roll.
I clean. I clean. And he's he's going to slide the essentially put the fuel canister down on the ground, kick it into the stall that she's in, and he would like to just douse it with his flamer.
That succeeds. I'm not even going to make you roll for that. That's a thing you can do. What I am going to make you roll for next on your next turn is to get away from that without consequence. Fair enough?
Sounds good to me.
Holy shit, that's amazing. Oh, what a horrible human being. Successfully remove the suicidal Durarzin from the competition. It is now Hallucination's turn.
Jesus Christ.
We're now playing Hitman.
I'm going to increase the speed of the car. 5x.
Roll engineering.
Oh, God.
You successfully decrease it by 5 feet.
No.
Natural 1s and natural 20s are fun.
Ooh. What did you do? Leak out all the damn oil?
Increase. It was. I don't know what exactly. They probably tried to increase it, but did the exact opposite. The other red, your turn.
Helps if I push the button. After all that, I have no fucking clue. It's just like, what the fuck?
And I'm guessing you were watching.
You guys wouldn't even know this happened yet.
No, yeah, technically. I talked to him briefly. He disappeared. I went back to the group. I guess I'm assisting other players.
You're gonna just roll to assist.
Yeah? What do I roll then?
You have to roll an engineering, computers, life science, or perception check, but you only have to roll a DC of 10.
Can I take a 10?
No.
No. Okay, fair enough.
Okay, well, one person of your choice gets a +2 to their next roll.
The next person in line.
Gaming Puncher, you're up, and you get a +2 to whatever roll you take.
Okay. I'm going to fix the mistake. Increase speed.
Speed by 10. Roll engineering, or computer, or physical science, or perception. Success! Your speed is now 45. Everybody has one more turn left. It is Camo's turn first. Roll stealth to get the fuck out of there.
Now, I will ask a question. Can my human benefits to look harmless apply to this? Because I'm not trying to leave unseen. I'm trying to not be paid attention to. Like, there's a difference.
You know what? Yeah, I will allow for this one. Mostly just because it's super early on. That is on the fence, though.
Understood. If you had said no, I wouldn't have argued with you. I'm not going to try to abuse that. Just, it kind of makes sense.
Seven.
Ha! I'm glad you said yes to that.
The DC was 20.
But hey,
That
it's
does
an
not
11 with my
succeed.
+4.
Several guards immediately come up and try to arrest you. Are you going to fight them on this?
Let's see.
I'll be honest, I don't really want to make a combat encounter where you just get beaten up by a bunch of guards. Fair enough.
Crazy Spanish guy, so maybe you'd fight him.
Do you want me to make it a quick encounter? Because I can make one. To be fair, these wouldn't be super top level good.
I was cleaning the bathroom and saw the Dora Horizon girl set herself on fire.
Okay, roll bluff then. With your +4, that fucking barely makes it. Because obviously there was no cameras in the bathroom. Because duh. But like, they're like, we're keeping an eye on you, and we're gonna have discussions for you later. But you can go.
She seemed so sad, but I didn't think she was that sad.
Barely, but you're still going to have a talk about this later.
Oh,
You have not avoided consequences, you have postponed consequences.
Of course.
Hallucination's turn.
I'm gonna try again with that energy weapon.
Alright, add a second energy weapon.
No, I failed on the first one.
What?
I failed on the
There was already an energy weapon on the vehicle. So like,
okay. Well, I'll continue with this.
Either way, now it's the other red's turn.
I'm assuming the engineering check still works no matter what I choose, so.
I'm going to assist again. It's honestly my best option here.
Okay, roll one of the things.
Nope.
Gaming culture.
Yeah?
Your turn.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna... What's the current piloting at right now?
+7?
+7.
Okay. I'm gonna add +2 to the energy armor class.
Roll it.
20. Nice.
Was that 20 you already rolled it and I just didn't?
Yeah, I just rolled it.
Oh, that succeeds. You have everyone's turns up and the race is gonna begin soon.
Yeah, a second.
Just go ahead and read about the race specifically so I'm caught up myself and I refresh myself.
Well, we did what we could, and we only hope that that thing keeps together.
Sorry, there's just a couple. This will be a good 5-10 minutes while I put this with that, because apparently there's a randomization aspect I wasn't aware of. I have to do now. But we did take out one person competition who may or may not have survived. I'll roll for that later. She's not a race. She's not necessarily dead. Just keep that in mind.
I want death.
I'm
Burned a suicidal Dryaris
is that did enough damage to kill.
Pardon?
I'll be honest, what surprised me more than anything was that did enough damage to kill her.
I mean, it did enough to take her out of the fucking race. You set her on fire with starship fuel.
That shit burns hot.
Also, God, can you imagine how horrible a burning Durarzin would sound?
Yes. Yes.
And the best part is, who are you gonna believe? The Doro, who everyone knows is suicidal but doesn't want to admit it, or the poor innocent elderly?
That only works if they don't know you.
I only came to this race to sell my ice cream.
That only works if they don't know you. Hey!
Anyway, I'm sorry for derailing.
You didn't derail anything. That was really entertaining.
The tracks are strong with this one.
Okay, I'm sorry for being true neutral.
I'll be right back. Yeah, sure.
Where's the button? Here it is.
Okay, did someone just say they're going to leave? Because I was just about to read the rules for the race.
Brad said he'll be right back.
Alrighty then.
So with a +7 to piloting, does it turn on a dime?
Basically, yeah.
Huh. Huh.
So can all of you see on the map the lineup of, there's with the hot dog boat, there's a screaming token.
Yes.
On the far right of the top right of the
Yeah,
screen.
I can see it.
That is what we'll be using as the visual measure for how far everyone is along on the race. The racetrack itself is like, very curvy and weird and does all sorts of shenanigans, of course. But we're not going to actually draw that map out. We're just going to represent how far along the track you are. The very bottom of that line is a red line. First one to get across that red line.
I see we are the hot dog, I assume.
Of course, for the hot dog. Would you want a normal token?
No. It's perfect.
Perfect. Hot dog boat is the best. Also, 10 out of 10 war crimes, Kimo.
Listen, all I did was help her achieve her dream.
I'm not sure the judge will see it that way, but okay.
I'm not sure anyone can prove anything, because I'm pretty sure that fuel burnt my fingerprints off.
Burnt everybody's fingerprints off.
And fur, and top 2 layers of skin, and eyeballs.
I have
She's
returned.
not going to be pretty after this. Or at least she would if it wasn't for modern medicine, then she'll be fine. Assuming she lives, which I'm going to roll for outside and later.
Does the Durarzan live? Vote now on your phones.
I'll have you all mail it into DC.
For those of you watching on television and do not have a phone, you can mail in your vote.
Minor technicality, it's the whole remote control thing is technically not illegal, but they're going to make a rule for it basically for the next race because like, oh, you little shit. We didn't make a rule because no one was stupid enough to try it because we assumed everyone knew that that's the point of the race. The next session will have actual combat in it, don't worry.
Okay, I'm back.
You must now still wait for Red.
Sal's back.
Oh, is everyone's here still then? I've just been sitting here waiting quietly like an idiot.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Kemo, you're here?
I never went any.
Didn't think you did. Okay, so the race has 2 turns. The first has 2 stages of every turn. The first stage, everyone chooses who they're going to fire at. There's no distance to worry about. You just pick who you're firing at, and you fire at them. After everyone has been fired at, and all the appropriate rolls and penalties have been added, then you all roll a piloting check, and if you're successful, you go your full speed, which basically every single line is 10 feet, or every square. So if you go your full speed, you go 450 feet, so you go, my brain is not working today. No, actually, I was wrong. I think that was actually every square is 100 feet. You go 4.5 if at full speed. If you fail this check, then you only go half of your speed. Like you go your normal speed, so you go 1 square up. And if you fail by 10 or more, you just don't move. Any questions?
No, I don't think so.
without
No.
further ado, we will start. I'll let you guys do. Oh, yeah. So we know the Red is piloting. Who's going to be in charge of the gun?
I will, I suppose.
What skill operates guns?
That is just your base attack bonus.
Okay. Who has the highest BA?
Base attack bonus plus dexterity, I guess. So probably Chemo would be the best option for that, I think.
My ranged BAB is 4.
Does anybody have better attack with ranged weapons than 4?
No.
No.
Okay then.
Hashtag war crimes. I'm running
So
the gun.
Red is piloting, Chemo is firing. So turn 1. Chemo, who do you want to fire upon?
Turn 1. Is there a car?
Is there a what?
Karnakian.
There is in
there a
fact
bird?
There is a Karnakian.
Bird first.
Roll, but you get a -2 from the weapon itself, so you get a total of +2.
So, like, should I just roll with my gun?
Well, do you see on the left-hand side there's a D20? If you click that, you can, like, custom make your rolls.
Okay, so 1d20 plus 2?
We're not going to use mine, that's just an example. 1d20 plus 2. That is a miss. The shiny drawer...
Well...
What?
Is that a bad enough miss that they don't know who I was shooting at?
It honestly they don't care. The person you shot at is an airhead, so they don't give a shit. So next is the shiny Draenasian. Let's see who they're going to probably shoot it right. That's a miss. Rat Rod's turn. He's going to fire at the Draenasian. As your guys' team, he's going to fire at the hot dog boat.
Shit.
That hits, and you take a penalty to your piloting roll. Let me just double check what it is. -4, so you only get a +3 bonus to your next piloting roll.
Well.
God, this is kind of mundane and boring.
Indeed. Indeed.
Not really. But then again, I pulled up gas on YouTube. Which is appropriate.
Honestly, it just seems mean-spirited. Fully approve. That doesn't seem possible, that roll.
Yes.
What the fuck?
Anyway, you guys are the only ones who actually got hit, so roll piloting, please. Remember, you have a -4 to your normal, +7 pen. So your normal piloting +3.
23.
rest of the session.
Hello, Tiny.
And back for head pats.
We're
I
doing.
lit an innocent person on fire in the bathroom.
This
Absolutely did.
this is good. You know what? No, if he was in there, he was doing some shit that he was ashamed of doing. All right. Innocent people shit on desks and on floors in public while screeching loud. All right, because they got nothing. They have nothing to hide. He was hiding something. He deserved to be lit on fire. So saith the Book of Cain.
It was a she, first of all.
Ooh.
Now it's mostly just
And
crispy.
and she's technically suicidal, so I was just helping her achieve her own goal.
The horse is gone.
The Tiny has left. Ow, that's small. Sad time for the small.
Okay, you guys are currently second against 3 guys who are neck and neck. Now it is time to fire once more. Who are you going to fire on?
Birdo.
Roll them.
Porto?
That's a 16.
That's their girlfriend?
They take a -4 to piloting.
Dun 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 dun.
Ratraw's going to shoot at the Dranasi again because he just doesn't like you guys. Or more likely, he doesn't like the girl that you put in there. Doesn't hit.
That very much doesn't hit. We have a 12.
Penalty on the Shining Durarzin. And we're going to go against... Oh, well, okay. They're basically everybody gets a -4 out of those first guys. Roll a piloting check.
Don't forget any bonuses.
Do not worry. Unfortunately, it's just kind of you have to get above this certain amount. There's no like bonus for getting even further above and or going any further beyond, you know. Note to self: set up weird shenanigans beforehand, otherwise it gets slow. My apologies on that.
That's fine. I like to think that our junk racer is just a bathtub.
Bathtub with a snake in it.
Yeah. With like stuff like strapped and welded onto the sides.
Like a hot dog.
Like an old bathtub with rust and dirt on it. And one of those old fancy ones with the brass faucet and feet on it.
Ah, those. I like to think the Generosian we put in the tub is now concerned.
Actually, if you want to, you can roll a perception check because she's basically screaming the entire time she's in this.
Oh, hell yeah. Where's her perception? There we go.
Magnus, you did not succeed over this. You cannot hear her screaming over the sounds of the engines.
Can
Also,
I see
you guys
them?
are in first place now.
Can
Which
I
means everybody's going to shoot at you.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Because now there's a clear winner, and they want to be that clear winner.
Can
Anyway,
I...
you guys shoot first.
Hex.
Yeah.
Can I see her screaming? Not hear it, but like see.
No, she's like kind of in a... I hate to say it, but that thing actually is actually a pretty good example of its shape. The token's not too far off.
Ah, okay.
She's just in a big metal tube. You basically put her in a rocket and just kind of let her go.
As is human tradition.
Anyway, roll your attack, Camo. Who are you shooting at?
Okay, who's left?
Put you in a tube with a bunch of highly compressed, highly volatile fuel. Good luck.
Exactly.
Our
What
Roman
could possibly
candle.
go wrong with this sport?
We made the snake into a Roman candle.
Oh, I know what that. Oh, I know what that means. If I light the fuel behind us, the pressure will push us forward faster.
No.
Yeah. You guys are currently in first place. Second place is Rat Rod. What are you firing at?
I'm firing at the explosive gases.
But you're firing at yourself.
Oh, at us? Oh, never mind.
No.
Okay?
Backwards.
Is there still a bird?
No one is dead yet. There's just piloting. You can still shoot the bird again.
Okay, I'm gonna. Okay, that 17 is for the bird. Then I want them to be dead.
Not that kind of race, by the way.
It is now.
It's not Death Race 2000. Death Race 2000. Come on.
If you hit the bird, they get a -4 to piloting again.
No.
All right, upcoming is all against you guys. I'll just let you know what the final tally is for your penalty.
Oh no. Shit.
All right.
Ooh. Ooh. Uh-oh. Eh? Eh?
You guys get a -8 to your roll. Go for it. Roll piloting.
Fucking hell, I'm rolling well tonight. I don't think I've ever rolled this well.
Motherfucker!
We use the attacks to power ourselves.
She is still screaming.
Engineering at work.
Smol engineering. Feed off the hatred of your enemies.
Da, da, da. Oh, that song makes me fucking angry. Bum, ba, bum.
I'm actually gonna roll perception now to see if I hear it. Because my guy's doing nothing else.
Well,
You stood too close to track. You're temporarily deaf. You can't hear anything.
It's a good thing I have no responsibilities at this point.
Yeah, no kidding.
one of the joint racers whizzed past at like supersonic speed, made a sonic boom.
Blew out your eardrum. I mean, it's a 5-second fix.
It's fixing in progress, but like still. Dun 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 dun. Ba-da, da-da. What I'm humming is the theme song for the
Oh,
trailer
the
of Lupin the Third.
Carnackian crashed.
Boom!
Yay!
Karnak down.
They're not out of the race. They're gonna have to pull out, and like they're just way behind everybody.
The Karnak's in the ditch.
Yep, Carnackian is in the ditch. All right, time for shooting again.
Do do do. Chemo, you there?
I'm here.
Okay.
Okay, so we're not like in a tunnel or anything.
I mean, you might be. It's kind of left to the imagination.
Well, I guess what I'm asking is, are we in a part of the race where I would expect we're being observed or not?
All of the race is being observed.
Cry. Okay, so a doggo and a snake is left.
I mean, the Carnackian is still in the race, but like they'd have to roll really well, and everyone else would have to roll really shit for them to actually catch up. There is a
Oh, I thought
doggo,
you
a
said they
small,
went
and a snake that are like your competition right. Can you not see the tokens?
They were all the way to the top right, so if you zoom out, you'll see them.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, I was confused at first too because I didn't realize the race was over there.
Sorry, I left it away from it, so we didn't cloud or anything. Down is
the
further ahead.
pupper
You're
is
currently
like-
in first.
The pupper is like really bougie.
Yeah, that's the guy with like the gold and the black and
Him.
fire. Yep, -4 to his piloting. You're gonna. All three of them are gonna fire. You are still in first.
Somehow. Yes, yes, no, no.
-8 to your next piloting check.
Yee.
Roll it. Motherfucker!
Seriously, I have never got. Did I fuck up the? No, it's properly rolling.
Don't question.
Shoot. After this piloting check from these guys, I'm gonna actually have to let the dog out. I'll be right back.
All I have is the trailer music from like the 3D animated movie Lupin the Third going off in my head.
Still need to watch that movie.
No, I'm talking about the new trailer.
Oh, the new movie.
Yeah.
I was talking about the.
Yeah, I have to watch that. I have to watch that one too.
Yeah. Anyways.
Okay, I'll be right back to let the dog out. Please choose your shooting target and be ready when I get back.
Ten. Uh-oh. Dun 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 dun. Hot dog boat. For the first time, two Smols have won first and second place, potentially.
I don't think we'll actually get any of the credit for this.
No, because he didn't make any bets or anything, I think.
No. I mean credit,
Yeah.
recognition,
Ah, yeah.
because we're not really supposed to be here.
We're supposed to be interviewing. We're a news TV crew. What the hell are we doing here?
What with National Geographic? What are we here? What are we doing?
So who did you fire at?
Pupper.
I have right to inform you Pupper is unharmed. And since you're still in first, everybody is getting shooting at you again. That keeps happening. I wonder why. Anyway, -8 to your piloting roll.
Oh, you're using exploding dice. That's why.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah, no, you're using the exploding dice.
Anyway, you actually, why the hell? Anyway, please roll the piloting check. I don't know
Now,
how.
if you look at the dice roller and you go down to the advanced roll settings for the optional settings, you've got exploding. You've got it set to exploding.
Oh, weird. Yeah, it should be none. That is very strange. Anyway, you actually don't. You only move one ahead now. You're no longer in first place. All right, time for some shooting.
That
This
was
was
for
against the
Pupper
dog
again.
once more.
Yep.
Yes, they can take a -4 to their penalty. Or, you know what I mean.
We fried off some of those wire connections.
All right, so the Smol in the lead gets a -8 to his next check, and you guys also get a -4. Roll piloting.
We don't move.
Oof, you don't move at all this turn.
Da-da-na-na-na. That's a nat 1. That's a 9. That's a 2. That's a no move. I don't know about that. E. E. Woink. Woink.
Who else just crashed?
Believe it or not, that was Durarzin this time.
Smacked into a bulkhead.
These things happen. Alright, who are you shooting?
Puppo?
The Puppos.
Snick gets a -8 to their thing. Roll piloting. And the shiny snake has won the race. But for like second and third place, there's still prizes, so we're going to keep going.
Damn it, we let Sutton's win.
Alright, probably last turn for shooting.
We shooting again?
Yeah.
He's shooting dog or small? Or Karnakian, I guess.
Who came in first? Who already finished?
Yeah.
The snake.
Yeah.
Was I told that I'm not allowed to shoot at them after they finish?
No one told you not to.
I'm gonna flip a coin.
That's fair. It's not like they're still in their thing. You won't actually hurt them. You'll just be kind of weirdo, to be honest.
Oh,
Unsportsmanlike.
never mind. That changes it. If there's no risk of actually hurting them, then never mind. Then Mrs.
Yeah, that misses everybody anyway. Okay, both you and the small take a -4 penalty. Roll piloting. You don't move anywhere, you crash.
Mm.
You are now in last place. Second place has been taken by the shiny Durarzin.
Nice shooting.
Are you going to shoot once more?
We have the Karnakian up front now.
I'm shooting at the door. Or wait, the Karnakian is still in the race?
Yeah,
Karnakian passed you a while ago.
We're dead last.
Oh shit! Oh fuck! No, bird.
Karnakian you're shooting at?
Oh yeah.
-4 to their next roll. Roll pilot. Oh, hold on. Their attack. Turn attack. Okay, the small is still shooting at you because he's still pissed off. But he misses.
No. Nej. Ga op.
Nobody got hit. Everyone roll piloting. And third place was taken by the small. You guys are barely moved at all. Like you're dead. Do you guys want to just keep rolling until you actually pass the finish line, or are you going to quit?
I think. Oh.
Again? Yeah, you come in dead last by quite a bit.
Yeah.
The
Going well.
Smol, once everybody is out, basically brags the hell over top of the Jornasian lady. You guys missed some conversations, I think. But that is the end of the session. There is no rewards for any of you because you didn't win anything.
Maybe if you pick someone with actual piloting skill.
Oh, I did quite well there at the beginning.
Yeah,
Then
he actually
everyone tapped me.
He did pretty well, but like because he was at the basically the Smol was always going to fire at you guys unless someone gave him a very good reason not to, and everybody else just fired at whoever was in front, basically.
I
Yay.
can't wait to find out what the consequences of my actions are.
That will not be for several sessions because it's going to take a while for her to get over it and the investigation to pull through. What's going to happen is we're going to go through the first 2 books, and then consequences for things will start to happen.
Okay.
I
Books.
think that's reasonable.
Yeah.
I'm
But
just,
that's the session for today.
Hey.
I'm happy. I made some money. I committed some war crimes.
We're not at war; those are just regular crimes.
Yeah, just regular
Hate
murder.
crimes.